We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and it is time. Finally time for me to start up my series on Lawn Mowing Simulator. It is by Skyhook Games and Curve Games, and it released on August 10th, 2021. A big shout out and a thank you to them for hooking me up with a code for this. And I did do a live stream a while back, kind of showcasing the game a bit. And I was actually having a lot of technical issues on that live stream, which made me a little sad, because it's just a very chill, relaxing, awesome game to play. And as you can see over here on the right, I've played quite a bit, and yeah, really enjoyed my time. And I plan to just, casually, probably like once a week or something, hop on in, mow some lawns, and just chill and hang out with you guys. So hopefully you're on board with that. And if you guys want one of those games where you can just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves, and you don't really have to worry about like frantic, crazy battles and dodging bullets and perfect timing or rhythm or whatever it is that you're into that, is highly intensive and like crazy. Here you just get to relax and chill and enjoy things. They've just released their string trimmers or strimmers or weed whackers, weed eaters. I've heard here in Canada, my father-in-law calls it a whipper snipper. That's a new one to me. So yeah, let's dive on in and see what all that's about. I'm pretty excited. We'll probably skip we'll play with the tutorials. Why not? All right, let's get started. Career mode. In this mode, you create your own lawn mowing company and build up its reputation. As you expand your company, you can hire employees, purchase more mowers, and unlock new contracts. But first, your company needs setting up with a name, logo, and uniform. I would like to see, though I imagine it might open up a whole can of worms, I would like to see them allow you to use custom logos, because I'd love to have like the Freak Show, boom, thrown up there, and that's exactly what we're going to go with. Oh, that did not like what I was doing. Sorry, folks. Let's try that again. There it is. All right. Boom. All right. So that's the name, and then the logo. I like that they have gone through and chosen all these various different logos. I think they all look pretty neat. But like I said, I would very much like to be able to have some custom logos as a possibility here. And it doesn't seem like that is an option, at least not yet. Maybe you can go in and like adjust the files and all that, but I don't want to do that. But again, small thing, doesn't matter in the grand scheme, can totally never happen. It doesn't really make a difference to me. It'd be something that would be nice to see, I guess. All right, are we okay? Oh, okay. And then we get to edit the player. On this screen, you can customize your in-game appearance of your player avatar. As well as their physical appearance, you can change the colors of the company uniform and where your company logo is displayed. We're going to be called Bumpy McSquigums. I know, very original. Oh, okay. Just Bumpy. We just go by first name basis. It's fine. Player avatar, we could be a whole variety of different characters. I wish there was a random option, too. That'd be pretty neat. The only man with facial hair? Really? This guy's got some stubble going on. All right, man. You and me, buddy. I mean, I got the full beard going. I guess we'll go with the goat. That's okay. All right, we can change our hat. Let's go take a look at what our hat. Oh, just the color. Nah, I'm gonna keep the. I don't mind the colors. I wouldn't be opposed. Nah, that's fine. I wouldn't be opposed to having a third color, but again, small thing, and it's solely due to my logo having 3 colors, right? Well, there's like a range on one of it. Anyway, the purple, the blue, and the black. So we have 2 of the 3 colors. So I mean, it does work with the Freak Show, but I'd like to see the BAM logo just printed on right there. But again, that might be like super, I don't know, over the top. Maybe it would make the game run less smoothly or something, having all these extra assets getting added in. I don't know the reasoning. Again, it's something I'd like to see, but again, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather see a lot of the other stuff. They're gonna have like leaf blowers, all sorts of stuff coming to the game, and I'm real excited about it. Are you happy with it? Yeah, I am. Now that you have a company of your own, you need your first vehicle to get cutting. Select a vehicle from the list below and take it for a test drive. This vehicle is equipped with a collector type deck. That means as you cut with it, the grass clippings are sucked up into the vehicle's hopper. No piles of grass clippings will be left unless you overload the engine or your hopper is full. This vehicle is a side discharge. Basically, it'll chuck stuff out in the direction, so be careful. Otherwise, you're going to have to go clean up the piles of grass. And this one is a mulcher type. That means as you cut, the grass clippings are cut so small, no visible blades are left. No piles of grass clippings will be left unless you overload the engine, which will mean the deck doesn't have the power to cut the grass. Alright. So we've got a 5.5 mile an hour top speed. We got a 7. We're gonna go with the Patterson, the Roa. I believe prior to one of the more recent updates to the game, one of the more recent patches, not like the most recent, but one of the more recent ones. This was not an option, so all you had before was the Taiga and the night lawnmowers. Now, I tried the night lawnmowers, and I just didn't really care for it. So, yeah, we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this bad boy. We have to test drive it, so let's test drive it. All right, keep an eye on your engine load. So there's a few things that I've... Oh. Welcome to the test drive area. Here you can familiarize yourself with a particular vehicle in conditions similar to a real contract. Approach a vehicle to get on it, use the left analog stick to move and the right to look around. Alright, so there are a few things that I would... Oh, I forgot the way this game looks at the beginning. It takes my brain a minute to wrap around it. It's been a little tiny bit of time since I last played. Once you are on the vehicle, you will need to get it started and onto the grass. Each vehicle is different. To get going, follow the steps to get it started at the bottom of the screen. Alright, so it says hold X to get your engine started. And there it is. And then we can adjust the throttle. So it's either all the way on or all the way off. And then we can accelerate. Okay. The vehicle started. Take a moment to get used to drive around, and then drive it over to the grass, and then you can start getting cut. You get the idea. Alright, well, we're going to have to adjust the height eventually here. Once on the grass, you now need to get your deck ready by first setting the cut height, and then engaging the cutting blades. You should only ever turn your blades on whenever you're on the grass, otherwise you will damage them and affect their ability to cut. Alright, do we have a choice? Like, do you guys have something that you specifically want us to cut it to? Oh, there it is, that's right. Between 2 and 2 3/8, I want to say. Okay, cut height. We can't do 3/8, but we can do 1/4. So that is between the two. And then we press X to engage. When on contracts would be required to cut the grass to a certain height, each contract will have its own height. The grass needs to be cut. Set it within the range of 1 to 2 1/4 and cut 20% of the grass. Oh. While cutting the grass, you can track your progress. And with a progress bar at the top right, the progress bar shows how much of the required amount you have to cut. Cut the grass at the correct height will fill the white bar, while too short with the red bar. Oh, okay. Didn't it say like 1 and some change? Oh, look, we already made a mess. Am I still cutting at the wrong height, or am I good? Like, according to this is the correct height, so we'll see. Alright, so we could drive around like this, and just cut the grass, and, you know, just dig life. And drive. We of course always want to go around the periphery first, or at least in general. Oh, we're rubbing some stuff there. Rubbing up against a little bit of the old log, as it were. But we could also go into first-person mode and get like a little bit of a like a closer view. And while that's great, it does kind of look like our lawnmower is possessed. And, you know, I'm honestly not upset with that. I think that's fine. Possessed lawnmowers need love too, you know? Now, one of the things that you're going to find when playing this game is that you're going to have to be very precise at controlling your speed. And while that's probably really, really, really good if you have a driving or racing wheel setup, it's a little bit less good with the controller. It still works, but it's very finicky. I personally, and I'm sure other folks that might have mentioned this, but it might just take away from, you know, one of the few things that you really have to focus on when playing, other than just steering, right? Would be like a way to throttle back your speed so you don't go too quick. Like maybe like a 100%, 75%, 50%, and so on and so forth. These are like weeds, by the way. We can run these things over. Anyway, 25%, and then, you know, like that, and then you'd be able to actually control the speed or, like, you know, govern it back, and then you can't go too fast when you have to go a little bit slower because of rain or whatever the case is, as opposed to just having to very, very, very lightly hold down R2 to get yourself moving. Again, these are all little thoughts that I've had having played it for a while. But at the same time, that's one of the few things where you really have to do a little bit of precision and you have to be careful. And it might just take away some of the gameplay elements in general, and maybe that is why they haven't done it. Maybe they never thought of it, but I'm sure they have. I mean, who am I to be like, oh, you guys clearly never thought of it? I mean, that's... No, I'm sure they thought of it, but, you know, they're going to do what they want to do, and I'm totally here to experience what they've, you know, brought to the table. All right, we're going to speed up a little bit. And we have not made a lot of progress, but we went and we did the I don't want to say the very basics, but kind of the start. All right, I generally prefer this. If you want to get off the vehicle, press B. I prefer riding around like this, but there's something, see, right there. We got a little bit of that red popped up in the bottom right. You'll notice, go, 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 and it's too much. So you actually got to kind of hold back a little bit. And I'm not saying that like it's super hard to control yourself, but again, I feel like it would be nice to be able to like click a button in, maybe like L1 or something. Oh, by holding the R button, R3 button down, you can actually go to Pro View, which highlights all the grass that hasn't been cut, so you can figure out what you are missing. So we'll do that, and you can see it right there. That's all the stuff that we missed. We even missed some stuff right up here around the edge of this tree, and so on and so forth. I think that's awesome. But yeah, like I said, just small things, and I'm sure many of other folks have probably already suggested this, and so on and so forth. But it would be nice to not have to really dance around with, oh, you're going too fast, oh, you're going too slow, oh, your engine's overloading. Like, it is one of the mechanics that you have to be focused on, and it gives you a little something extra to do than just kind of relax and drive around completely. But, I don't know. I think it should be maybe an option that you can turn on to throttle back your controls or handle it manually, because I'd be totally okay with just holding down R2 and being like, go at 75% speed. Say the speed was, 10 miles an hour. Oh, well, now we're going at 7.5 miles an hour. Oh, I can go over the entire lawn the entire time by holding down R2 without it overloading. Just a thought. Not saying it's the right answer. Not saying it's something that should happen. Just curious, what do you guys think? Has anyone actually played this before that's watching, or is it just me for the first time sharing and showcasing this game? Like I said, it is a tremendous amount of fun. I really have enjoyed my time playing it. I've played several hours of the game, so it's one of those things I can do while I'm doing other stuff. I can have like a video being run at 2x, so I can make sure there's no problems or anything with the video. No, like audio cuts or interruptions or what have you. And then, while it's saving and doing all that stuff, I can do this, and I can focus my ears on one thing and kind of just chillax on this. Then crank the volume back up on this when it's time to go, because I do enjoy hearing the lawn mowing sounds. Like I said, it's a super peaceful game. I am not really sure the best or easiest way to do a Let's Play series of this, so I figured once a week you guys can come along. Maybe I'll come up with story time or something while we're mowing the lawn. That might be fun. My original thoughts for this, and one of the reasons I want to get my hands on it, is I figured every time, now granted, I do live in Canada, and about half the year, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, somewhere in that range, around half the year, there is no lawn mowing in Canada. Well, in my area of Canada, I should say. There's snow blowing, and maybe they can add a DLC snowblower simulator. I honestly don't think they'd have to change too much, other than they'd have to go and do all the incredibly technical work of getting all the different looks of the snow blowers and getting all those specs and getting the right sounds and all that. I mean, like, this has not been a game that they just kind of put together haphazardly, because I've actually watched some of their streams and whatnot, and they put a tremendous amount of work into this. And honestly, kudos and a shout out to the companies that a lot of these are based off of, or are actually the exact designs of, because they went and they, from what I saw, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I dreamed this, but the developers actually got the folks at like Taiga, and I don't remember what was it. Turf Tiger was one of the things that I got to drive around in as a Turf Tiger. I can't remember all the names right now. I apologize. But essentially, the big names in the riding lawnmower industry, and they brought them out to a big old field that needed to be cut, and they said, "Hey, here, go record all the sounds you need to record. Go drive this around so you feel and see how it works." And they let them actually go and try out the various different models of these lawnmowers, and that's pretty awesome. So, a lot of technical aspects and a lot of hard work went into making this as a realistic recreation as possible. And yeah, it's like I said, it's just sit back, relax, chill. It's kind of along the lines of, well, I mean, a lot of sim games are this way, right? I played Euro and American Truck Simulator. Those are a lot of fun as well. You just basically go, hook up your load, and then drive around and, try to obey the rules of the road, not crash into anything. It's not overly complicated. It's not like you're racing against this and you have to do that. You're literally trying to stay within the, within the speed limit, and there's all the rules of the road that you're trying to follow. Not running stop signs or stoplights. Obviously, no collisions, and it doesn't make sense why gamers in general would want to play that. But there's something to being able to just go and chill and relax and just enjoy yourself and not really have to worry about too much. Now, at this point right here, we are basically just doing a test run, right? So there's really no point in me really putting a lot of effort into, cleanly cutting all this, so I can kind of go crazy a little bit. And I'm not even going to slow down and make sure everything's perfectly nice. I'm just giving you guys kind of a quick rundown of how you would want to pursue this, want to go about it. It looks like we'll only be getting through kind of the tutorial side of things in this first episode, this first, not stream, but first of this series. I don't know if I'm going to do like Saturday Sims or Sunday Sims, or just, on the weekends I'm going to do some simulator games. Because it's nice, like I said, to unwind, relax, just enjoy. I know that might be a little bit hard to do. Oh, well, we actually finished that quicker than I thought. While I'm babbling at you all the time, but still, great. Great work. In a real contract, however, you'll be expected to cut all the grass. When a contract has been completed, you now have to store your vehicle on the trailer and then interact with your pickup truck to leave the location. Oh? Did we have to interact with it? Alright, I'm turning off the thing. I feel like I'm not hearing the lawnmower as much as I should. Like, I hear it. I don't want to be drowned out by it, but I don't feel like it was all that loud. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe my headset's too low or something. Alright, so we can spin around like that and then just back it on in. Bloop, bloop. And then usually you just park here. And that's all you have to do. You hold B to get off the... Hello? Oh, I know what I gotta do. Hold on. Hold B. I'm holding it. There it is. I don't remember having to do this. Maybe this is part of the tutorial. Maybe they did away with that eventually. I'm not sure. After completing the driving test, you can now purchase the vehicle, or if you would like, you could test drive another one. We'll stay with the Patterson Aroa. You are my Huckleberry. There it is. While a mower is great for open areas of grass. Oh yeah, here we go. This is I haven't got to experience this yet. String trimmers are perfect for lawn edges and cutting around obstacles. Contracts require you to have a mower and a string trimmer to complete them, so you need to purchase a string trimmer now. I have no idea. Ooh, battery? Okay, the Toro and the Night lawnmowers. I've not been a big fan of everything I've experienced with Night lawnmowers, but this is battery operated. It's interesting. This is cheaper though. Toro's a big... You know what? We'll go with the Toro. Why not? This is the contract map. You can see the available contracts to select and start. Now your company is set up. Select the contract button at the bottom of the map to open. You know what? We're just going to stick with it, guys. We'll do one full one. This might be a longer episode than my normal ones will be. But, yeah, I kind of just want to play it a little bit more. I really enjoy it. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's just relaxing. It's just super enjoyable. Like, it's more enjoyable than makes sense that it would be. I can't convey that enough. I don't know if it's going to translate to you how, you know, with you guys watching it, how enjoyable it is. But if you guys like it at all and you think that looks fun, I highly recommend you pick up the game, grab it yourselves, and just check it out. Because, like I said, I've played a lot of this. I've had a lot of fun with it. And I can't wait to play more. Once you've selected a contract, you can see information about its value and requirements. If you wish to accept the contract, you first need to assign an employee vehicle and equipment. Select either the employee vehicle or equipment option on the left. Alright, it needs an employee assigned to it. At the minute, it's only me. That's fine. And you always have to be assigned to something. Alright, then you need to assign a vehicle. I mean, it all makes sense at this point. And equipment, which is the newest thing. And we're going to go ahead and get our strimmer. Or a string trimmer. Or a weed whacker. That's what I'd call it. Alright, as you set up contracts, their pins on the map will turn yellow, and those are the ones, and then you start your day. Got it. Alright, we're going to be going to the front garden. Not very complex. I love the spinning lawnmower blade as the loading icon there at the bottom right. It's pretty good. Alright, the Old Nook Cottage. Alright, check the grounds. So yes, every time you come to a new place after you get out of the little tutorial area there, you basically have to go run around. There's always going to be objects you have to collect. It shows the top right, the ground check. 0 out of 3 objects collected. And the faster you do it, the more extra cash monies you get for doing it. So, you hold down B, A, B, X. I don't... Oh, pick up... Is it... I think you can run? Oh, it's RB. I'm sorry. There we go. You can run with RB. It was up there on the screen the whole time. I was just hitting buttons and looking where I was going. I was like, what? I know there's a sprint button. So I don't think it's been that long that I'm just starting to make stuff up now. All right, now once that's done, now we return to the vehicle and we can hop on it. But I don't want to do that. I want to get this. All right, with the ground check complete, it's time to start cutting some grass. You can either use your strimmer or your vehicle whenever you want. Strimmers are best for cutting around the edges in any tight areas, large open areas. String trimmers are great for cutting along the objects, tight spaces. To use it, press and hold the right trigger. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm real excited to see. Oh, we get to run. Look at this. Oh, that is intense. Okay. That is way louder than I thought it would be, too. Hopefully you all can hear me over this. Oh, the L2 works as well. It's not just... okay. You can get on your path and get hustling, though. I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, I can appreciate that. And it doesn't look like you have to set the height or depth or any of that stuff. Kind of go with it. Kind of go with the flow, or the flow will drown you. we're going with the flow, baby. Oh, yeah. We're going to do the whole lawn like this. Hopefully you guys are on board. I'm kidding. I really do like this a lot. I think it's quite slick. I wasn't sure exactly what it was going to look like or how it was going to feel, but like I said, I like it. It seems pretty precise, too. I know I could probably do a lot better than what I'm doing right now. I apologize if I'm upsetting anyone because I'm not being 100% precision and precise and perpendicular and prairie dogs and whatever else you guys want to throw in that start with a P. Like pterodactyl, for instance. Who knew it started with a P? Literally everyone knew that. Duh. What happens if you hit something with this? I know normally... Oh, I gotta oh, it got recharged. Okay. So I know normally when you hit something. What's going on? Oh. Where was the indicator? Oh. Motor overloaded. The vehicle's motor load is displayed at the bottom right of the screen. If you overload by driving too fast, cutting too much grass at once, you will suffer engine damage and cut your quality. I'll be back ahead. We'll cut quality. Just be careful. All right, we didn't want to go there. I didn't want that to happen anyway. All right. I see you there. I saw you hiding out. Yeah. I don't like the sound of, I mean, I'm sure it sounds like that, but I don't like the sound of that stopping. It sounds like the bearings are bad in like a fan or something. It's like, alright, so it looks like we kind of did most of what we had to do here. We almost murdered the, Now, there are a few other things out here, as you can see, that we should probably finish this up with here. Oh, I murdered a flower. I knew I was going to do it at some point. I was trying to do too many things at once. I was trying to spin the camera or orbit the camera while still moving at a relatively okay pace. Well, you guys saw the fruits of my labor there. All right. It's interesting. Sorry, I'm playing around a little bit. Misstep. Like, the game can be played so beautifully and smoothly, and I feel so bad when I make it all choppy and jolty because I'm bad at controller manipulation apparently. So I try to smooth it out and be like, oh, look how good I am at the, and it's just a bad idea. It's always a bad idea when I try to do things that I know probably is not going to work for me. I like that there's at least a little bit of leeway when it comes to these flowers and stuff. Like, they absolutely should have been chopped up these multiple times when I've made them move. And I'm really glad that they weren't. Like, the developers know. They're like, you know, people are precise, but they're not that precise. They're going to make mistakes. Hey, we know Bumpy has this game, right? So we got to, you know, at least cater things to his limited skill set. All right, folks. We done did the strimmer. It's, you know, it's good. That back. It's time to get on the old Roa. The old Roa. All right. Fire up that engine. Boom. Turn that bad boy up. Let's take a look. What are we... Oops. What are we doing? We're going for 2 to 2 3/8. So same height as before. So 2 1/4 will work. Alright, remember, we spit stuff out on the right-hand side. Oh. Your performance on cutting will affect how much reputation points you earn. You need to find a balance between speed and careful driving, avoiding damaging lawns and flowers. And, yeah. Okay, it's fine. I will say... Oh. You're leaving some tire tracks behind. I will say that the game gets a lot more enjoyable for me once we get a much better lawnmower, or faster, I should say. I suppose better. They are the more expensive ones. I really enjoyed. I believe it was the Turf Tiger. Like that was that's one of my favorites. A lot of people like the Groundskeeper 3000. I think that's one from Toro. I think I've tried that a couple times. It's okay. I like it. It's just I'm all about that Turf Tiger. All right, let's go into first-person mode here. So now we don't have to go quite as close as we did before, because the strimmer allowed us to kind of take the edge off. It's rough, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But we did take the edge off. It made things a lot easier. We don't have to get quite as close. I love our kind of ghost riding here. We're ghost riding the whip. That's a thing. I don't know what that means, but is that when you lean back and you're basically in the back seat of your car, like you're reclined back, and you're driving, and people are like, "Oh my God, there's a ghost driving." Is that what that means? I don't know. I'm making things up at this point. It's fine. We'll pretend that I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so we have done our first loop. We have gotten the outer edge, the perimeter, more or less taken care of. Sorry, I want to get back into my third-person mode. People really like from what I've seen, they really like the first-person mode a lot. I do too, honestly. At first I just was like, never, I will never use that, it's horrible. And then I was like, you know what, this is pretty good. I like it a lot. And yeah, we're just going to chill. We're gonna mow down the old lawn, and not much is gonna really happen beyond that. So hopefully everybody has had a fantastic Thanksgiving. If you guys are from America, this past November 24th. I don't even know what day it was. I was basically busy all week, so I have no idea. I've lost all semblance of time, space, and reality at this point. So this is another reason I really wanted to play this game, was because again, I had a really busy week, and it drained me quite a bit. Yeah, so it's something to sit back and relax in. I know the Steam Autumn Sale had just come and gone, and basically during all that is when I was super busy, so I did pick up a few things in the Autumn Sale, not that many, but I'm looking forward to, you know, future sales. The Christmas or winter sale, as they call it these days, is going to be it's going to be a big deal, as always, every year. So you guys will be able to save some money. Maybe you'll be able to pick up a Lawn Mowing Simulator then, if you don't grab it beforehand. I'm sure it will more than likely go on sale at that point. Oh, I somehow missed a strip. It's alright. Just gotta make sure we don't accidentally mow down our thing. So we don't have to follow the entire contour. You can do that, but you can also do other stuff. So one of the really cool parts that we're going to get into eventually is when we get these additional lawnmowers, these fancier ones, more expensive ones and whatnot, is a lot of them are going to be 0-point turn ones. So essentially they can basically spin in place, so you don't really have a lot of these, oh, I got to back up, I got to go forward. The big thing when you are turning or spinning or whatever the case is, you need to be a little bit careful, because you can and will damage the ground. So you have to be a little bit careful. Maybe don't go full speed when you're turning, or, you know, like a full turn, full speed, because you just tear the ground up. Which is very accurate to anyone who knows about riding on an actual riding lawnmower. You can do some damage to the turf if it's wet, which is weird that there is rain in this game. There are some weather elements in the game that comes through. And generally, if it is raining and I still end up having to do the lawn, or it already rained that day or whatever, I will use a push lawnmower over the riding lawnmower, because it's not worth just turning everything into a big old muddy ruts because your tires just eat it up. So it's interesting that you still do ride around on the lawnmower in the days with the rain. Because again, personally, I would do something a little bit different. But also, I don't have, you know, these like beautifully huge lawns that probably are fine and probably aren't like unleveled and everything else. Like, I believe our lawn it's almost like a funhouse mirror at times, it feels. It's like, oh my god, how did this get so unbalanced? Like, what happened when they're planted? They're like, well, you know, all these hills, we could straighten them out, make them all nice. Nah. But again, I know stuff just happens over time, right? So, it's all good. I am not used to the smaller lawnmower, and I keep missing my turns, and it's not great. At least I feel it's not great. Oh, we left... Oh, that's right. No, I've left grass clippings. Oh, I forgot. I'm so used to having the mulching attachment these days that I completely forgot that we had grass clippings. It does feel good when you get in the right orbit around stuff. Oh, it's just so nice. Alright, I see that we missed a spot here, and I'm going to actually detach myself from the lawnmower. Get off, buddy. Get off of it. We must go and pick up some grass. Because we blew it all over their little flower bed. We can't have that. I'm not real sure why it was there. Alright, it's cool. Alright, can I get back on this thing, please? Go. Wait, what? Oh. There it goes. Okay. Gotta turn it back on by holding X. Press that right thing. Our height is already set. Then turn it back on, and we are good to go. Alright, let's finish off this little patch here. I see we missed some. And if you're ever wondering if you missed anything, because sometimes you can't tell, I can see that we missed a little bit. Oh, I didn't know we missed one there. Look at that little patch to my right. You can always use the pro mode, because we are the consummate professionals here, or processionals. Pretty sure those are words. Alright, I do not like going back to the starting equipment. Oh, it's rough. It's rough once you get some good, nice stuff going and having to go back. Oh, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. Alright, trees. Those are your real names. It's a little rough. Full disclosure, a little bit of the old roughitude. It's fine, though. So, like I said, guys and gals, it does take a little bit of time to get through some of these things. There are contracts that you should avoid, I feel, early on with the lesser mowers, as they are, until you get employees. Now, you can actually send an employee with just about any lawnmower, and it seems to work. Even though if you did it yourself, it would just be a nightmare, and you may very well break the lawnmower before you can finish the lawn itself. I actually had my lawnmower like smoking nearly on fire, going super slow over one just to barely finish it. It took me forever to get through it. So, I'm hoping, and I don't know, but I'm hoping that the recording is going to look good, because if it does, I'm going to be very upset. We're probably going to run with this no matter what the recording looks like, and if it is still problematic, I will work at getting it fixed. Even though I don't know exactly what I'll need to do, I will endeavor to figure it out. Because the game looks real good, it plays super smooth, and, you know, I obviously want to showcase it in the best light possible, because, again, it's something that I'd actually wanted for a long while, and I guess I missed out on the initial, press releases and press outreaches. So I was really, really fortunate and very grateful that they did eventually reach out to me. Well, I reached out to them. They did eventually get back to me and sent a code my way, because this is on my list for a while. And I was really, really excited to get it. So, here we are. We're playing it. Alright, so let's go do our little, oh, don't mow down the flowers. We did enough of that with the weed whacker. You can tell the ground's a little uneven here. We're going to have to kind of go over that again anyway, because apparently the grass was too much for our little lawnmower to handle. Now, one of the things I've noticed with both a snowblower and with a riding lawnmower that you can do, that say the grass is a little bit too much for your thing, or the snow is too much for your machine to handle, or it's really struggling, you can actually go, instead of going like full on, you're trying to make the most use of what you have, you can actually do a little bit of a smaller area. So instead of going the full breadth of the deck, you can go like half, and then it's only, half the work for the machine, and the machine can actually handle that oftentimes. Whereas maybe it would struggle if you're trying to go full crazy with it. Alright. Okay, I think that's going to do it for that. We're at 64.9%. It does look like this area right here is going to be relatively heavy. Let's see if we can't cut this into like maybe a little bit of a smaller path. Parts that we can go a little bit quicker over. I'll see even here going slow, we're still struggling a little bit. So that's another thing that you'll run into, is different parts of the lawn that you're doing will be, higher or lower, and sometimes the lawn's just thicker in general. Like, it's a real thing. I know this is just awful. I'm so sorry. For everybody with OCD, I'm probably not the person you want cutting your lawn, if you're going to watch me specifically. Because I tend to get, I don't say bored, but I don't know. There's some satisfaction I get from finishing off like a section of lawn. So while a lot of people might just be like, oh, I'm going to drive the contour the whole way through and be the most efficient I can, and just follow that all the way through, and then you get done just by going around the outside edge, moving closer and closer to the inside as you go. That's not really how I like to do things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. In fact, that's probably the best way, maybe. Not 100% on that, but it probably is. But what I like to do is, like I said, I like to finish off sections. So oftentimes, sure, I'll go do the perimeter, and then once we're clear of that, you don't have to do the more precision driving and handling of things. I tend to like to make different sections and then go do those different sections. Gives you like a little bit of a sense of like instant gratification, and so on and so forth. Also, guys and gals, there very well may be a time where we'll have an episode of this where my wife will come and attempt to mow some lawns. She says that she'd actually like to give this a shot. It looks like it's a lot of fun. So if you guys want to see special guest referee, special guest lawnmower herself, Kimiara McSquigums, maybe she will join the adventure one day and mow out a lawn or two. I'm hoping to be able to do that when we have a few more options for her to mow with, but I feel like it's going to be really hard for her to even keep track of the slow one to start with, so we'll see. We shall see. The fast ones they're good, but they feel a lot quicker, so alright, let's take a look at our overall pro here. We are at 78%. Okay, I missed a little bit of grass there. I see it. A little bit there. Really? Man, I feel like I didn't miss as many as they're saying here, but apparently. Alright. Bad Bumpy is bad, I guess. Alright, let's hop into first person mode, make everybody nauseous. And we're going to continue our ghost rideage. Oh yeah, no, I see that we definitely missed some of these here. Alright, let's see if we can't get our percentage down a little bit more. Now, one of the few things that I find really, really funny about this game, and I really like it a lot, I think it's hilarious. I don't do it because I can't. I can't compel myself to do it, though I want to every single time. If you're really precise and you do a good job at the lawn, you don't generally... You have to get like 99% of the lawn done. It allows for like little bits of pieces around the edges and around trees and stuff. You know, not needing 100% it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so, you know, the lawn's done, but you don't have to get every single blade of grass. That way, you don't go mad trying to do stuff that you just simply can't do. And now with the strimmers, or the weed whackers, being added into the game, a lot of that can actually be even easier to, like, deal with. You can handle that much easier, because you're no longer trying to fit, you know, a square peg in a round hole at this particular juncture. So, that being said, if you're really decent at, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can end up with like a big patch of grass just not done, and it's like, oh, job's complete, and you can just leave it. Like, maybe something about the size that we have here could end up being left over, because you don't have to, again, you don't have to 100% cut the lawn. There's like 90 whatever percent. So I think that's kind of funny, and I like it. I've just never been able to do it. I'm like, I can't just leave that. I have to finish it. But, you know, efficiency's sake, you're like, oh, done. All right, well, you know, $1 per hour, I should totally leave it, because I fulfilled my contractual agreement. But, you know, I'm one of those people that will go the extra mile, that will do the above, the beyond, trying to make sure our customers are happy. So that's what you can expect from old Mr. McSquiggums. Alright, well, as we're wrapping up here... Oh, did not expect to be that far away. As we're wrapping up our last little bits here, I'm trying not to destroy anything. I don't think we need to go here too much. I think I missed like a couple of little spots. Yeah. I'm going to leave that little patch for last. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this wasn't just, like, super boring and you hated it. Like I said, I really enjoy playing this game. It's very relaxing. You know, you have a goal, and you go for the goal. You reach the goal, and you're done. Like, there's no antagonist. There's no, oh, something horrible happened. Oh, I got RNG'd. You know, none of that stuff is really a factor here. It's just go. Here's your job, do it, and enjoy. And like I said, there's something to that. I think that's one of the reasons like a lot of sim games these days are coming more into prominence than they have in the past. There's been sim games for years now, and really I feel like there's more now than ever. And of course that's going to be the case, right? More franchises and ideas and concepts are going to happen. But I feel like people are more receptive and they're more willing to try it. Like, I never really wanted to try sim games back in the day. Because it's like, okay, gas station attendant simulator. Why would I want to do that? Or gas station simulator is one, right? It's like, why would I want to do that? I never wanted to work at a gas station ever, so why would I want to do it now? And it's, I don't know, there's just something like another game from Whitethorn Digital, for instance, Lake. You basically, there's a little bit of storyline and some dialogue and talking and whatnot, but essentially you're a mail person in a small town, and you're just going around delivering letters and packages to people. Like, that's what you do in that game, and it's really enjoyable. And I think people are just like trying to find some normalcy, or normality, as my wife likes to say, in life, and just, you know, doing some of the quote-unquote more mundane things. It gives you like a bit of a relief, a bit of like, okay, the world is not on fire right now. Everything is going to be fine. All right, with the cutting complete, and as you see, it's not complete, you now need to store your vehicle and equipment and then interact with your pickup truck to leave the location. I'm pretty sure the pickup truck was added with the strimmers. If you have left grass clippings on the paths, flower beds, pick them up to avoid cleaning up things. All right, so technically at this point we could just leave, right? Like we could just be like, nope, deuce, deuce, we out. But I can't just leave this. Come on now. I'm hoping that we're not blowing the clippings too far. I mean, it looks like we are, but I don't think we actually did. And they usually have little pop-ups that say, hey, you done messed up, dum-dum head. And you're like, oh, well, I'm sorry. So we're going to get this little patch here, and then we're going to finish this thing off, and it's going to be great. So, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so like I said, I think I'm going to go like once a week, and I'm just going to spend a couple of hours, probably over the weekend, so I'm assuming these will probably be uploaded on Sunday. I'm just going to dive in, play some sim games, just have some fun, just kind of relax in the more mundane, the less fanciful and crazy and chaotic, and just enjoy stuff, you know? It doesn't always have to be crazy. It doesn't always have to be the madness all the time. There's time for that. There's a lot of time for that, but sometimes you just want to unwind, hop on a lawnmower, and the beautiful part about this, versus doing this for real, the actual lawn mowing, is, anyone? You're not out in the heat dying all the time, which is nice. Okay. So we're going to go here. We're going to leave the location. See what kind of job we did here. I think we did pretty good. All right. So we're going to see here. We got some fuel needs and a little bit of engine needs. We made more than the value of the thing, so we did a good job. The ground check time bonus, we got 644 euro. This is all made, I believe, by folks in, like, you know, British folk. So we have euro. You can switch it over to kilometers and the imperial system or metric and all that stuff, all throughout if you prefer. The only thing they didn't allow you to change, and it's totally fine, is, well, I guess these are British pounds, excuse me. British pounds, euros, or, you know, monetary. You can't change the money. So, taking a look, I'm still going to say dollars probably just because, or maybe I'll say monies just because it's easier for me. 644 grounds checking check earnings was 20 on top of that. So 2644. Cutting time bonus, $1.80. We did it pretty quickly apparently. Penalties and fines only came to $3, and it was because I chopped down some flowers. And apparently I incorrectly cut something. No, I didn't. Sorry. Vehicle maintenance. Okay. Oh, it's 15 cents probably for the recharge, is my guess. Alright, folks, let's accept all. I mean, I can say next, I guess. This is the vehicle garage. Here you can fix damaged vehicles, view statistics, purchase attachments, part exchange vehicles, or purchase new ones. First, though, let's select your current vehicle and maintain it. Alright, let's do this, too. Alright, this screen shows the information you'll need to keep track of your vehicle's performance and status. Let's maintain your vehicle and get it ready for the next contract by selecting the maintenance button. Maintenance. Alright. It is important to keep your vehicles well maintained and fixed. Ideally, after each contract, you should visit the garage, refilling the fuel tank and fixing any damage. You can see the status of your vehicle to the left of the screen. If your vehicle needs attention, see it now before returning to the contract. Yep. So you can see all the stuff on the left, except it's actually on the right. I guess you can see like deck size and all that stuff on the left, but the vehicle conditions on the right. Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know. Alright, just going to repair, full repair. Most of this is going to be almost nothing. The blade repair was 9 cents. I mean, yeah. Alright, so we are basically good to go. I'm ready to do the next thing. I'm going to see if I can't buy the attachment right away. I'm going to buy the mulch plate. Only cost 100. Done. Now what we have to do is go here and turn that on. So essentially, we no longer have to worry about stuff blowing out the side anymore. It's nice. It's very nice. All right, folks, and that's it. That is going to do it for this particular episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It's a very long one. Like I said, I was going to split this up, do it, you know, bit by bit, like one thing at a time, but I decided we're just gonna hop in. We're gonna do a big old one to start. We're going through the tutorial stuff, and then we're gonna do one full thing. We got to see the weed whacker. We got to see, yeah, basically the entire way the game plays out. So we're gonna be starting off probably pretty slow doing stuff on this lawnmower. What I may do is go ahead and play a little bit on my own, and of course still showcase, like, we'll try to do like a new lawn each time if we get an option to do that, and try to get a little bit further ahead so we can start playing around with some of the other lawnmowers. So that might be a thing I do. I may just load into my other thing and show you guys a bit further down the line. I'm not real sure, but either way, like I said, we're gonna do a little series of this, probably once a week. Come in, mow a lawn, have some fun, hang out, and maybe we'll do story time with Bumpy. I'll try to tell you some tale, maybe something that happened throughout the week or a couple things, and just kind of relax. That's the plan, the goal, the hope, the dream. Either way, thanks again to the developers and publisher for hooking me up with a code for this. I greatly appreciate it. I've already gotten a lot of time playing with it, and it's about time I did some more coverage of it. So, that being said, if you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, the publisher, any of that stuff, down below in the description of the video, there'll be various links, so you guys can follow those and get all the info you need and or want. And, of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video. You guys know the YouTube stuff, and until the very next one, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.